fellas. All right, fellas, I'm back. Let's see what we got today. Oh my gosh, this whole webcam thing is just. All right. I don't know why it's doing that, fellas. I have no idea. I don't know why it's doing that, but oh well, I guess we're just gonna have to go without no camera right for right now. Um, see what happens. Anyways, all right, fellas. Let's see what we do. Um, wow. I wish this camera would work. All right, so we have looks like we have a downwards movement, but let's see what we got here. I do want to see this let me check some charts out. I'm gonna check that 15-minute baby. All right, looks like we're possibly going to go to the upside. So I want to go ahead and if we do go to the upside, then I will be getting in on this 50. I will be getting on the 50, so I'm getting out. I'm up $13. I'm up $13, guys. I'm still gonna wait. I'm still gonna wait. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this camera because this thing is. Wow. Yeah, the camera's not working for some reason. I'm in. I'm in, fellas. I'm in. I'm in, fellas. I'm in, fellas. I'm in. I'm in, fellas. I'm gonna add 10 more contracts here in a minute. There we go. We're going up, baby. We're going up, baby. That's it. There we go. I'm up $145, fellas. I'm up 145. I'm up 145. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going up. All right. Even if we do come down, fellas, even if we do come down, I'm still going to stay in this. Um, we might be coming down. I don't know, fellas. I don't know. We have to be careful here, guys. We have to be careful here. I kind of feel like we could drop, but we're just going to have to wait and see, baby. We're going to have to wait and see. I'm going to start getting out of one contract at a time, and then I'll be placing more contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and get one, get two. All right. Get two contracts. Come on. All right, I'm going to be entering, if it goes any lower, I'm going to be entering 10 contracts on the downside, guys. I'm going to be entering 10 contracts on the downside. But I do want to see this thing keep going up, fellas. All right, let's go. We're at 207, $221. We're at $225. I want to see this thing drop just a little bit if it can. All right, we're going up. I'm at $86, guys. I'm at 86. Let's get it, fellas. I'm at 222, 221. I'm about to get out. Oops. Damn it. I made the wrong mistake. Oh my God. Why did I do that? All right, guys. I'm going to have to. Wow. I made a big mistake, guys. All right. Let me see if I can get it. I'm out. I'm out. 215, guys. I had to close that position, fellas. I had to close out that position. I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, but yeah. All right, let's see what we do, fellas. I'm gonna wait for this to come down. I'm gonna wait for this to come down, and at on this, let's look at the 3 minute on this 3 minute right here. We see this opening here. I'm sorry if y'all can't see it, but let me All right, we're just gonna have to wait, fellas. This thing is gonna keep riding on up. I want to see a pushback though. I want to see a pushback, at least to let's see this level here. I want to see a pushback to this level right here. I want to see it come back to here, fellas. I want to see it come back to there, fellas. It's very. We should not be entering right now, guys. We should not be entering right now. Let's get those likes coming in, fellas. Let's get those likes coming in. Hey, we should not be entering now, guys. This is way too far up. It needs to pull back. I mean, we can get a pullback possibly. Let's see. Wow, that is crazy, guys. Look at that, man. Look at that pull, guys. Look at that pull, guys. Wow. Look at that pull, fellas. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for a drop, fellas. I'm gonna wait for a drop. I'm gonna wait for a drop, fellas. Hold on. I need to go to my camera settings, guys. Sorry. Uh, we're gonna wait for a pullback. All right. We're gonna wait for a pullback. We're gonna go to this 1 minute, and I want to see this thing pull back to at least this 50, to at least this 50. When I see it pull back to this 50 right here, I'm gonna enter 10 more contracts. So it could be this 50 can pull up all the way up here somewhere. I don't care about fair value gaps right now. Um, I don't care about fair value gaps at all right now. We are up $250. Um, I want to see this thing go back to this 50 right here on the 1 minute. Once we get a nice, really good pullback, I will be getting into 10 contracts to the upside, guys. So let's just wait for a pullback. I am not going to enter. It's too risky right now. We're still in this crazy zone. So we're just going to have to wait, fellas. Yeah, this is NQ. MNQ. MNQ, baby. Let's get it. MNQ. Let's get it. All right. It's pulling up, fellas. I'm not going to enter. This is way too risky. I mean, this could drop it could drop super fast, very quick. So I do not, I want to be careful, right? I'm looking at my time zones. Bam. Boom. Let's go. We have this upside movement on the MACDs. Check out these EMAs, guys. Check out these EMAs. We have this 50, the 21, and this no, okay, I thought I had the 7 up there. All right, so I want to see this thing come back down and probably hit this. We have this zone right here. If you're looking at it, we have this zone. We have bam, boom. We have this other zone, boom. I want to see it. Oops. Let me see. I want to see this thing come back down, possibly to this 21. I want to see it come down to this 21 and come back up and see if it can consolidate within this range. If it can, if it doesn't break out, you can go longs here and then play this zone right here either for a breakout or whatever. If it does do that. So let's see what happens, baby. All right, give me 1 second, fellas. I gotta fix my camera because it's not. All right, so we're getting a push down, fellas. We're getting a push down. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it hits some kind of 50 or something. If the EMA on the 1 minute, if this EMA, I mean not the EMA, if the MACDs on the 1 minute cross over, if they cross over, I'm going short. All right. If these cross over, I'm going short. If they don't, then we're still good to go up. But I want to see this thing come back down to at least a 7 or this, or not the 7, to this VWAP or what do you call it, VMA, or to this 50 right here. No, let's just wait, fellas. Let's wait. Let's get those likes coming in, baby. Let's get those likes coming in, baby. All right. All right, it's coming down. I want to see this thing come back down. I want to see it come down to this 50 actually. Let's get it right here, baby. Let's get it right here. Let's see if we can actually get that drop. Let's get that drop. If we can get this drop, baby, I mean, damn, you know? All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, come on. You can do it. I can place actually, if it does come down here, I can actually place this, I can actually place this, uh, 10 contracts down here on this downside on the VMAs. Um, let's see what we do, fellas. Welcome to the joint. Welcome to the live, Z Breezy. I see you. All right, fellas. Let's see what happens, guys. I want to see this thing come back down to the VMAs or the 50, and I'm placing 10 limit orders here to go to the upside. So we're looking at the if we're looking at the we're looking at this 15-minute. I want to see this thing come back down to either this level here, or we could possibly drop down to this 21. And if we get really nasty, we can go down to the 50. But by then, it's probably going to be a downside movement from there on. So um, let's see what we do. Check all your time frames, guys. Check all your time frames. That's going to tell all the entire story. You go from the 60 all the way over to that 1 minute, and just check them. Check your indicators. Check your uh, whatever you use to make things happen. Right? I want to see this thing drop. Let's get a drop, baby. I want to see this thing drop down to this 50. That's why I placed my order here because it's on top of this range where it lasts top of this resistance zone where it hit and then came back down and then boom, we broke out of that resistance zone. Now we're coming back down and test this. Now this was a resistance zone, came back down, boom, break out of it. Now this is a support zone. Now we have to see if it actually is going to retest this and bounce back up. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yes, I can definitely help out. Um, oh wow, look at this drop. All right, so basically we have a support level here. I mean, a resistance level here. We came back down, we came back up, hit this resistance level where there was too much, a lot of sellers here. Uh, we sold back down, then we came back up, and then broke out um, it broke out of this level here. So now this, instead of this being a resistance zone, this turned out to be a support level. So this is a level where you could possibly see a a bounce to the upside. All right, so I want to see this thing come down to this 50. So we could actually right now, if we can, if it can come, if it comes back down, fellas. So look at this, the MA, the MACD levels here. This MACD levels right here. We're getting this MACD and the signal line. If they cross over, I wanna check that 5 minute. I wanna check that 5 minute. Okay, so what it's telling me is we have all this volume coming through. If you look at the blue histograms here, we're at the zero mark. The histogram is showing us the volume. Okay, we have this spacing between the MACD and the signal. Boom. All right, we have this spacing. So that what that's telling me and that what that's indicating me right now is there is still a lot more room to the upside, fellas. There's still a lot more room. Now, that could all change if this thing drops drastically. If we have a whale come through, a firm or whatever, and they start selling this thing off, this can change drastically. Like, it can change very fast. So, um, I'm just gonna have my orders placed here for right now, and see what happens because I want to be safe, not sorry. But let's see what we do, fellas. We're having a bit of a sell-off right now. On the 1 minute, they did cross over. The MACDs did cross over, but I want to see this thing come back up. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of this one, and I'm gonna keep checking my 3 minute, guys. I'm gonna keep checking. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I can go ahead and place an order right here, guys. I'm gonna place a 5. And if we come down here to this to these levels down here, I'm gonna be placing 5 more orders. I'm going to be placing 5 more orders, fellas. I'll be placing 5 more orders. All right. I'm at $51.61. Give me 1 second, fellas. I need to be careful here. I really, what y'all should be doing is once you get into profits, be careful and just get out. Just get out because you don't know if this thing is going to shoot right back down, guys. So I'm going to get into 5 more right there. Oh, nope. Never mind. There we go. I'm up. I'm getting up. I'm going up. Okay, I'm going to sell one. I'm at $239. 236, 224, 356. I'm getting out. I'm out. Ah, I'm at 295 with that move. 295, fellas. I'm at 295. If y'all in this trade, y'all need to get out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm at 297, 278. 297, 278. We still have room to the upside, but this thing can come back down to the VMAs on this level here at 512.50, fellas. 512.50. I'm gonna start adding some more positions here because I want to make sure that I am safe. I want to scale out. I want to hedge. I want to hedge these positions if they go the wrong way. So, all right. All right, fellas. I'm at 306. I'm at 316. I'm out completely. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 322 with 50 cents, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Why am I getting out so fast? Because the thing about this is the market is so volatile, right? The market is so volatile that you don't know whether this thing is going to drop or this thing is going to rip, right? So we want to make sure that we want to keep our profits safe. We want to keep our profits because you don't want to be in a position and then it goes back down to these levels here and then you're out $500. That's why you want to get in and you want to get out. You want to get in, you want to get out. You have to be careful. You have to be careful when you're in the markets, guys. You have to be careful. That was a good question. Um, you definitely want to get out quick, guys. You definitely want to get out. So what I'm seeing here at this moment, let's check out this 15-minute, guys. We're in this range here. We're in this zone, right? We have what was it? We're in this zone here. We do from what I can see right now, if you're looking at the MACDs, we already had this crossover here. We're having a bounce. If you're looking at the MACD here and the signal, it's looking like we're having this bounce here. Now that to me is telling me, especially on the 15-minute, that we could actually come back down from this, guys. You have to be careful on these levels. You have to be careful. Check your indicators, check whatever it is that you're using and pay attention. Pay attention to detail because things can flip very quickly. Now, I am building a website, guys. I am building a website, and all this stuff, all this knowledge will be on there. So just watch out for that for later on. Uh, let's take a look at this 3 minute, fellas. All right, so this 3 minute, we do have this spacing here. I want to see a pullback down to this trend line here. I want to see a pullback, and I will get into 10 contracts here. I'm gonna go ahead and set up 10 contracts. I want to see this. I want to see this pulled back down to here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a buy market order here. I'm gonna put a buy market order there and see what happens, fellas. Let's see if this thing can come back down. um, let's see. I'm sorry, fellas. The webcam is not working right now. I have no idea what's going on, but I will take care of it. Uh, all right. So the market is pulling back up. You have to in the markets, fellas. I could say this thing is probably going to come back down here, and it never does. Yeah, yeah, there is a way. There's ways of it going back down and up, and the way you tell by that is looking at your EMAs, looking at your MACDs, or whatever indicators that you have, right? And your TNS, which is your time and cells. Your time and cells. You have to look at everything. Um, Or you could also do trend lines. That's a strategy. You can do fair value gaps. That's a strategy, right? You have to look at every detail. So anything that you use as a resource, that's going to tell you whether it's going to go up or down. Right now, from what I'm seeing, the way I look at things, I'm taking that position because we're already way too far up, fellas. The way that I see things is I use my EMAs, I use the MACDs. I also use other indicators. I'm not gonna give that out, but I use these indicators to tell me what what we're doing. All right. So the time frames are basically your story. They're your story of everything. This is what happened here on this time or on this day. This is what happened throughout this day. This is the 1 hour, fellas. This is the 1 hour. From the looks of it, on this MACD level on the 1 hour, I still see that we're still below this histogram. We're still below the negative side, which is telling me that from looking at this, this is telling me that we have a trend line from here to here. We're still on this trend line. This is what this is telling me. We're still on this trend line. Now, this thing can come way up here. This thing can come way up here, hit up here, and come back down drastically. So you have to be careful on where you're play. If you're a swing trader, this would be perfect. You always want to catch this bottom. If you're a swing trader, perfect. Go into like 20, 30, 40 contracts. It don't matter. Just make sure you just keep up with it. This would be perfect for swing traders. This is perfect for swing traders. But like I said before, your time zones, your time frames, whatever you want to call them, they're going to be the ones telling you the full story. Just go through them. Go through them. Look at your indicators. Look at your indicators. Look at everything, right? All right, look at this. We have a big look at this massive drop, guys. And this is what's showing me. Look, this is what is showing me on this MACD. I've changed my settings on the MACD, so um that's one way to do things. I know the settings is like 12, 26, and 9. I believe that's the original settings, guys. I believe that's the original settings is 12, 26, and 9. But I've changed my settings. I perfected my indicators or my MACD signals. So um, yeah, so you're gonna have to change a lot of things, fellas. You're gonna have to change your settings on different indicators, which is, do you have a channel to teach beginners? I do not have no channel. I do have TikTok and everything. I have TikTok, I have Trovo, I have Twitch, I have all these, but throughout all those, I'm just broadcasting the same stuff here. So basically, what it's gonna do is you're basically, if you're gonna sit there and watch a 3 hour video, I mean, you can review those videos, and I'm giving you hints and tips right then and there. Now, this stuff is free for right now, fellas. This stuff is free. Later on, it's not going to be free because I am teaching very valuable stuff here. I do have a mentor that works in a firm, and this is the guy that I learned from. I will not mention his name because that's um, for policies and stuff like that. But I do get insight. I do get insights on things that are happening, um, but I will not disclose those things. So for right now, this stuff is free, fellas. Y'all can take a look at those videos if you are willing to learn. But other than that, I do not have anything. That's basically my teaching is basically in those videos for those 3 hours that I'm on. For now. Now, until I pull up a website, I will have a class. I will have classes on fair value gaps. I will have classes on EMAs. I will have classes on MACDs. I will have classes on in-depth technical analysis. Now that's what my master is. I'm a technical analyst. So what you want to do is with this stuff, you want to get in and you want to get out. You don't want to catch, like, if you're a swing trader, yes, you want to catch the full trend. But if you're a scalper or if you're an intraday person, you just want to get in, you want to have a goal, make $100, make $200, and that's it. And get out for that day. Don't give the markets back money, guys. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to be able to get in, make your money, and get the hell on out. right? Because as you progress throughout these months, as you progress, now imagine making $100 a day for 5 days straight, right? How much is that a full month? How much is that quarterly? How much is that yearly? If you're consistent, you're going to turn out better than what you are today. I can guarantee you that. So, uh, yeah. But for right now, let's concentrate. I'm up $322, guys. Look, right now, that's my goal. That's it. I'm done. I'm technically done for today, guys. I'm technically done. But in order for me to actually um, to teach y'all this stuff, and it's free right now, it's free. I have to place orders. So in order for me to do that, I'm just gonna just use one contract. I'm already up $322.50, guys. Um, how much should I invest as a beginner? Okay, so my when I started, I didn't start out with much. I only started with $100. Now, I would say save up that $100 and just save it and wait until you have at least like 1,000 or $2,000. Now, I'm not going to say that you're going to make money, but I will say that you're probably going to lose all that money. So you might as well, just save it. But what you can do is for beginners is you can paper trade, uh, use a fake account or whatever like that and just practice. Use the strategies that I give you, put them into effect, and then once you feel confident that you're able to be consistent and you're able to be profitable, then you can get into the markets with real money. So that's all I have for beginners. Um, I would say for beginners, have a job. Do not quit your job. Uh, Always have something, an income, because if you get in straight into here, you're gonna get broke. You're gonna be broke, and you're not gonna be able to to get anything. Um, just have that experience. You have to be into the markets in order to get that experience, guys. You have to. There's no way around it. There's no, not even a professional can teach you this stuff. You have to learn it for yourself. You have to have that discipline. You have to have that risk management, fellas. You do. You cannot. There's no secret. There's no way around it. You're just gonna have to do it, guys. Um, so yeah, that's it for what you should have as a beginner or how much you should invest. That's basically it, guys. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here, fellas. All right, we're coming back down. I want to see this thing. If this thing is going to keep going up, so what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the MACDs right here. We're crossing the MACD and the signal lines. They're just all over the place. We're creating a worm here, man. But as this MACD and this signal level gets closer to the zero on this histogram here, I want to see a reversal, right? I want to be able to see a reversal, guys. So right now, I'm not seeing that right now. So basically, you want to hold off. This is a very dangerous area to be trading in. I don't like areas like this, fellas. I don't. This area right here. These areas right here are so bad to trade in. You don't want to trade in here because if you go for a long position and it keeps going up, you're basically like you got into a wrong spot, right? You're gonna be wrong. If it starts coming down, I wanna see a zone, guys. You want this to consolidate. You want it to consolidate. You want to see an if it stops here, if this is a zone right here, we have these two zones right here. Bam, bam, right? If it consolidates here, comes back down, you want to see a consolidation, and then you want to see a fake out or a breakout, right? We want to be able to get into a position where we're like, oh, okay, this is the trend that we're following now, right? Um, so we want to see these areas, we want to see a support and resistance levels, guys. We do, right? And then we want to see it respect the EMAs. We want to see it respect the MACDs. We want to be able to see if it respects a fair value gap. Now, I'm not sitting here and telling you to follow fair value gaps because that's not what I do, fellas. I don't care about fair value gaps. I really don't. I do not care about fair value gaps. They're not something that I would go. They're not something that I would go by. Fair value gaps is just something that somebody made up. Um, you go to Wall Street and you ask them about that, they're not going to know what the hell you're talking about. But you can use those as a reference. Like you can use those. I put this zone up just yesterday. No, it was 2 days ago. I put this zone up 2 days ago, and it went through this zone. It's just a reference. This is just a reference, guys. You don't want to follow that. You don't. Um, you want to follow actual data, which is your technicals. You want to follow your TNS. You want to follow your your histograms or whatever indicator you use, actual data, your technical data. And that's what I do. I'm a technical analyst. Um, and I analyze what's going on with the data with the TNS. Right now, we're having a lot of buyers. Now, I'll be able to see when we have a reversal on the TNS. I know I can't show it up here. If for some weird reason it's not going to let me because it just shuts off every time I do. But we want to be able to see this thing. We want to be able to see any kind of reversal, fellas. We want to see any reversal. So the way I do that, the way I show reversals is go to higher time frames. Look at look at what we're working with first. See the full story. Then go back in time. Go back into this real time. This is the 15 minute. All right, we had this the MACD's crossing over here. Okay, I see that. All right, I see that we have this one bar here, this volume here, right? Now we want to go back and be like, okay, this is a 5 minute, guys. Be like, okay, we're up. We have this spacing. We have this. We have plenty of volume, right? At this 5 minute. Now we want to get closer to the actual what's going on. We have this level here, this MACD, and now if you're gonna understand this, guys, like if you're gonna understand this, you have to take, and I'm not gonna stress this enough. You have to dedicate your time at least a month. Dedicate a month time to actually read your indicators, look at your charts on every time frame simultaneously, like check the 1 minute as this is pulling up and pulling down, or as the prices are going up and down. Check every time frame. Bam, 2 minute. All right, this is what it's doing. This is what my indicators are doing. This is these levels that I'm in. I'm looking at the EMAs. Boom. All right, cool. Let's go to the 5 minute. All right, so this is what I'm seeing. All right, this is telling you the full story, guys. It's telling you the full story, and people aren't paying attention. Like people are getting in just because people are getting in because they think this is a fair value gap and this fair value gap is gonna bounce from here and it's gonna bounce back up. No, it does not work like that, guys. It does not work like that. All this about fair value gaps that they're giving you and stuff, that's just people that are phonies, guys. Right? You don't go by fair value gaps. Yeah, they're just there. They're there as a resource. Like if you use your EMAs, you'll be surprised on how much the EMAs, how much stuff that the EMAs bounce off of, guys. Right? So let's go back. Let's see what happens, fellas. All right, so on this 5 minute, we have this trend line here. Now, this is a resource. This is a resource. All right. We're not going to go against this because it may never even get to here. It might get here, but later on up top of here. All right. So we want to wait. What I want to see, right now is this is the 1 minute. We have this trend line here. We have the 21 and the 50. All right. So you always want to reference these. All right. So this 50, right here, if you go to the 3 minute, that 50 is going to be this 21. That 50 is going to be this 21. Or yeah, that 50 right here on the 1 minute is going to be the 21 on the 3 minute. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention to that. That is very important. Depending on how you have your setups on these charts, depending on whether or not you change the MACD settings, depending on having these MACD settings and everything, um, you're going to see whether or not you're going to give me 1 second, fellas. I'm looking at, okay, also too, give me 1 second. Also too, have Fidelity pulled up. have Webull pulled up, have whatever platforms that you're using. If you're using NinjaTrader, you're using Webull, whatever, have them all pulled up. You're going to see things on there that you will not see on just regular charts, right? You're going to see things on there uh, that you're not going to see on any other charts. So have those up, fella. I'm giving y'all tips, guys. This is free stuff. So the okay, so what you're talking about is not MEAs. It's not EMA. MEAs. They're called EMAs, and they stand for exponential moving averages. And it's a technical indicator, and it shows how the price of an asset changes over time. So that's what it is. Um, let's see what we do, fellas. But anyways, all right. So like I was saying, guys, check your I'm giving y'all tips, guys, here. All right. This stuff is free for now, guys. Now this stuff I will have a website later on where you can subscribe, and I will go into even deeper stuff than this, guys. Like I have a mentor that works at a firm. I've been learning from this guy so much. Like I've got this. I got this down. And I'm willing to share any kind of information that I do have. But I mean, that's going to be a subscription based stuff if y'all really want to learn this stuff, guys. Um, but for now, anything that I'm telling you, it's very valuable, guys. Have your fidelity pulled up, right? You're not going to see whatever you see here on Ninja right now on this trade, on this chart right here, just on this chart alone. I can't see what I'm seeing on Fidelity right now on the QQQs. We have a massive wick. All right, let's go on the 15-minute. We have a massive wick from here all the way to this. Uh, I would call it a fair value gap. There's a wick from here all the way down here. Now that wick is important. That wick is important, guys. Basically, you want to be able to see most of the time these wicks get filled. Pay attention to them. Really pay attention to them. Um, so that's what I'm saying. Have Fidelity pulled up, have Weeble pulled up, because you're not going to be able to see things that you will see on other charts. I will not stress that enough, guys. Have those things pulled up. All right, let's see what we do. I'm already up 322.50 for today, guys. I think I'm not gonna go into mini contracts. I'm just gonna go in here for educational stuff as of now because I already made the money. So I'm not gonna risk. I'm not gonna give back the money to the markets, guys. I'm just gonna be here just to just show y'all how I do things. Let's go back to this 1 minute. So on this 1 minute, what I do want to see is we do have this MACD crossover, the signal line. The closer this gets to the zero on the histogram, the better off I am willing to go short on. The better off I am willing to go short on, guys. I am not going to get into shorts right now. What this is showing me on this on the 1 minute is what it's showing me on the chart is as this goes down, this is going to continue going up with this trend line until we reach that zero, close to that zero going into the negative side on the histogram. On the histogram, guys. Pay attention. Like, I'm serious. Pay attention to that. Watch your levels, fellas. Watch your levels. Look at the 5 minute. We still have this trend line, which is why I'm saying, like, I do want to see that 1 minute, this 1 minute come down. We do have a spacing between the MACD and the signal, but right now, what I do want to see is um, what do you call it? I want to see the heavy aggressive. I want to see aggressive sellers and I want to see aggressive buyers, guys. I want to see aggressive sellers and I want to see aggressive buyers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the heart and the coin, Z Breezy. Thank you so much. It means a whole lot to me. It really does. Let's all right, guys. All right. Let's see what happens, fellas. Let's pay attention to this MACD on this 1 minute. The MACD and the signal. The MACD, when I say the MACD is that one, the green, and the signal is the red. I want to see this thing. We want to be able to see this thing drastically come down. Now, from what I'm seeing right now is boom. This is a zone now. This is a trend line here. If we break out of this trend line is not valid. If we break out of this trend line is not valid. So that's what I want to see, guys. So let's wait. Let's wait and see. But for right now, I would like to get into long positions. I would like to get into long positions. Just give me a second, guys. It could just bounce off of here. So if it bounces off of here, so I would, if I were y'all, I would get into here and then I would put a stop loss right there, guys. A stop loss right there. I'll put a stop loss right here. Bam, 15 bucks. I'm out. I'm out. 332 with 50 cents, guys. I'm out. I'm out. Let's see if it holds this spot, guys. Let's see if it holds this spot. Let's see if it holds this, fellas. Let's see if it holds this, fellas. If it doesn't hold it and it breaks through, I'm going in shorts, guys. I'm going in shorts. If it doesn't, I'm going in shorts. Let's see if it holds it. I would put a stop loss here. A stop loss here, fellas. So if you're gonna go in, put a stop loss right there. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's just try it, guys. Let's just try it and see what happens. Put a stop loss right here. Put a stop loss. If it fails here, if it fails, then it's no good, guys. If it fails, then it's no good. That means this thing can be dropping on way down here, guys. If it fails. Or you can place it down here at the bottom of this trend line, guys. Or you can place it at the bottom. But this is how you manage your risk, guys. You put a stop loss. Put a stop loss, okay? I'm already up. It was at 332.50. That's okay. I know that if it does come down here, I'll be stopped out and I'm okay. I'm still in profits, guys. I'm still in profits. Now I want to see this thing come back up. Unless if it doesn't come back up, then we have a well that comes in. Some kind of firm or whatever pushing this thing down. I want to see this thing come back up. Let's wait. Let's wait for it. Come on, push up, baby. Let's get it, baby. I'm out. I'm out, fellas. I'm out. I'm at 341.50, fellas. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. All right. I'm at $341.50. All right, let's try again, guys. Let's try again. Now, if you're really tough and you have enough liquidity, or if you have enough margin, you can let that thing just ride on up if you have enough margin, guys, right? But like I said, if you want to discipline yourself, set a stop loss. Be careful on where you enter on this chart. Be careful, guys, right? Be careful on where you enter. What are you trading? I'm trading futures. I'm trading futures. This is on Ninja Trader too. I'm trading futures. M&Q. All right, guys. So I want to see this bounce back off this 7. You can put a stop loss down here, but I want this to come as close as right here, just so I know that if it does, I can put a stop loss right here and be like, and not risk so much, guys. I don't want to risk so much, so I can enter right here, guys. Enter right there and put a stop loss right here, fellas. Put a stop loss. Put a stop loss right there. Because if it doesn't go my way, fellas, if it doesn't go my way, then I know I'm going to be stopped out and it's not going to be much. It's not going to be much, fellas. It's not going to be much. I want to see this thing go up. If it doesn't go up, then that's cool. Boom. I'm out, baby. I'm out, baby. 355.50. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. That's it, guys. That's it. That's how you trade. That's how you trade. You get in and you get the fuck on out, guys. You just get the hell out. That's all you do, baby. That's all you do. That's all you do. All right, fellas. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're coming down on this 50, guys. All right, so what I'm seeing is the MACDs on the 1 minute. We have the MACD here and we have the signal level here. We have this MACD and the signal. We're coming down to that 0. We're coming down to the 0. Now, only if that MACD starts to cross over the signal line. I know y'all can't see it, but I need to fix this. But this green line here, I'm just gonna call it the green line, and this red line here. The green line is the MACD. The red line is the signal. Now I will go long only if this green line here crosses over this red line here to the upside. I will go long. But I'm not seeing that right now. I'm seeing a lot of volume to the downside on the MACDs. If you're looking at your MACDs right now, I see a lot of volume to the downside. So what that's telling me is I have to be careful. I have to be careful, guys, because we're riding in this zone right here. We have two zones. We have one here and one here. We have two zones. We have two zones. I'm going to split this into two, guys, right? We have two zones. We have one zone here. Hold on. I'm going to have to change this, fellas. This is not a good. I'm going to have to change this. All right, so we have a trend line there. Okay, let's move this. How do you move this? Let's remove this, remove that. Let's remove this trend line because we're not using it. All right, so we have, let me put square boxes in here, fellas. All right, so we have this zone. We have this zone here. We also have this zone here. We have two zones, fellas. I want to know which one is it going to pick. Is it going to pick this zone or is it going to pick this zone and go up? I want to know which one is it going to pick. Is it going to take are the buyers going to come in here and be strong and move the futures up, or are the buyers going to drop this, or the firms or whatever programs that they're using to keep this down here and just drop it on down? Well, let's look at the higher time frames, fellas. Let's look at the higher time frames. It looks like they want to keep it up. I am seeing on the 30 that this 50 here and this 21, they just crossed over. Now this thing can drop on down. I can see this thing drop on down to this VMA. I can see it dropping down, but we're not so sure yet. That's why you have to react. You have to react to this action here. We have to react. We have to be on the spot. If you're not on the spot, guys, you're going to be wrong, and you need to get out. You need to get out, fellas. You need to get out. If you're wrong, get out. Okay? All right, we're coming down below. If you're looking at the MACD's levels, we're coming down. We're coming down. I want to see this thing pop on up, and then I'm going to go in shorts, guys. I'm going to go in shorts. Let's see what happens, fellas. I'm going to get in, and I'm going to get out. You can set a stop loss way up here, guys. You can set a stop loss way up here. Set a stop loss way up here, guys. Or you can place it up here. If you have enough margin, you can set a stop loss here. You can set a stop loss here if you have enough margin. If you don't, then I would put a stop loss very tight, guys. All right, so I'm up 355 for today, guys. 355.50. I am not going to get into strong. This is just for educational purposes right now. So, and that's just using one contract. So I will get into a short here soon. I will get into a short. I'm just waiting for a little push up, possibly up here back to this trend line. And then I will be getting in. So let's see what happens, fellas. Let's see what happens. All right, so I'm about to get in. Let's get in. I'm going to put a stop loss up here, guys. I'm going to put a stop loss up here. I'm going to put a stop loss up here and see what happens. All right, we're coming down, baby. We're coming down. I'm out. Let's get 404 mother dollars. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. That's how you trade, guys. That's how you trade. I'm not here to make $1 million just in one fucking trade, guys. I am not here just to make $1 million. Well, you know what? I am here to make a fucking $1 million, but not today. Not today. It takes time, fellas. It does take time. It takes time to make $1 million. But what I'm here to do is you're here to be consistent, guys. You're here to be consistent. All right? You're here to get that 50 cents. All right? You're here to make that $10. You're here to make $20. Guys, you're not here to make, $2,000 all in one trade. That's crazy. Then you're risking you're risking your whole account. You don't want to do that. Why would you want to risk so much? Get in at a perfect position and get the fuck out. Make your money and then take it home, take it to the bank and use it and whatever. Do what you need to with it. But we're here to make some goddamn money, right? We're not here to lose it. So I'm up $404, guys. I'm only here for the next I'm going to stay on here till 10:30 and then I'm getting out, fellas. I'm out. Let's get those likes coming in, guys. Let's get those likes coming in. I'm sorry the camera's not working right now. The camera's not working, but I will get that squared away whenever I can. But let's keep on rolling, fellas. Let's keep on rolling. Let's get it. Let's get back in the game, baby. All right, guys. All right, so I guess either it's going to choose this zone or it's going to choose this zone. We need to see what zone is it. I need to take that out. All right, guys. Make sure whenever you do put a stop loss, guys, you make sure you get out of everything, not just one thing, because I've had it happen to me before where I placed a buy position, it covered that buy position, and then I put a stop loss, and then next thing um, things just go wrong when you don't close out of things. So um, so yeah, so let's see what happens, fellas. All right, so we're seeing a down movement. I want to see this thing. So what I'm seeing is this thing can still come back down. So I want to see this thing come back up here, at least to this 50 or this 21, and then get into a short. When should I get out? You should get out when you're in profits. As soon as you're in profits, just get out. Make it into a habit of just taking profits, right? All right, fellas. I want to be as close as this level here. I don't want to get into it right now because anything can change. I want to get close to this level, fellas. I want to get into as close to this level as I can. Now, if I do see the MACD, which is uh the green line and the red line, the signal, if I see those cross on the bottom side coming back up, I will be getting into a long position. Um, but that's just one. This is just for educational purposes right now, guys. I'm not getting into heavy. I'm just getting into one contract just so I can show y'all what I'm seeing and how I'm reading how I'm doing technical analysis, guys. Um, you get in and you get the hell out. That's what you want to do. You don't want to stay in. Set a stop loss because you'll be better in the long run, right? All right. So let's see what we do, fellas. See what we do. Let's see what we do, fellas. If this thing still comes up to this upside here, if it comes up, um, I will be getting into a short position here. We do want to check higher time frames. All right, so we have this. Always check your higher time frames, guys. This is exactly what I'm telling you. If you look at this 1 minute, look, we have a trend line on this 1 minute. It made me one right here, but I made one right up here. We have this trend line here, guys. Look at the 5 minute. This is where people get confused for some reason, and I don't know why, but they only use one chart. Why would you just use one chart? That is completely insane. That is crazy. Why would you just use one chart? No, you gotta view the whole picture, guys. Look at this. We have a trend line on this 5 minute, and look, we're still on this upside, guys. Like, I don't understand why people only use one chart. That's just crazy. You use all the charts. Use all the charts to actually show you the full story. And if we get down to these levels, you'll be like, okay, well, damn. All right, well, there's no reason to get in a long position way up here. Like, why would you do that? Like, if I were to get into a long position, I would look at this, and if I didn't have any indicators or anything, I would look up to here, and I'll be like, okay, we have a resistance level down here. We have the EMAs confirming that these prices are going to like this. If it touches this 50 and it goes back down just a little bit, I would get into a long position here to go back up. Just based off just looking at the chart with no signals and just this trend line. If you are basing things based off of trend lines and fair value gaps, then I would use this trend line as a resource of, hey, well, okay, we're reaching this bottom. Let's see if it can hold it there. Let's see what happens with this action. Let's see if if this thing can hold it, and what if it breaks out? If it breaks out, then I'm going to have to change my plan. This is about changing plans consistently. You have to be on top of everything, guys. You have to be on top of everything, because if you're not, you're just gonna get into a position and you're gonna be fucked, right? Unless you put a stop loss, and you got to keep those stop losses tight, fellas. You really do. You got to keep those stop losses tight, fellas. Otherwise, if you don't, then you're just going to be losing money left and right, left and right. And be disciplined on just getting out. Be disciplined on getting out like fast, right? When you're in profits, don't get in your mind that you want to be greedy and make more, okay? Because it always goes the wrong way. It always does, fellas. So have that discipline to get out and be clean about it. Be professional about it, right? It's what Goldman Sachs people does. Fidelity, Schwab, all these people on their trading desk, that's what they do. Set stop limits. And if they're really good at it, they should know what to do. All right, fellas, let's see what happens. I'm looking at this where we are. If the MACD levels, I know y'all can't see it, but if the MACD levels crosses over the red signal line, I am going to get into a long position, baby. We can actually go into a long position now, but I'm not comfortable until I actually see this thing come back down here, so I can put a stop loss down here, baby. So I can put a stop loss down here, baby. Now, you can hedge this position if it does go the wrong way, fellas. Now, by hedging a position, you want to use, if I'm using MNQ, right, you want to use MES to hedge the position and go whichever way you think it's going to go, right? That's how you hedge a position, fellas. All right, guys, y'all can get into this trade. If it comes back down to these EMA levels, y'all can get into a position, into a long position, and set a stop loss either here if you don't have much margin, or here if you have enough margin. Keep it safe, fellas. Be safe, right? There we go. Look at that. Comes back down a little bit. Comes back down. I wanted it to come back down just a little bit, fellas. I wanted to come back down just a little bit, and I'll get into a long position for educational purposes, and I want to see this thing go back up. I want to see this thing go back up. And you want to get the hell out, guys. Get out. Because if it fails here, I'll put a stop loss right here. Oop, no. Stop loss. Stop loss. I'm going to put a limit order. If it fails, I want to make sure that I get out. I want to make sure that I get out, guys. I want to make sure that I get out. Right? So let's see what happens, fellas. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get this thing to come back up. Oh, baby. Oh man. Okay, I'm up $414, baby. I'm up $414. Let's try again, guys. Let's do it again. This is fun, guys. This is fun, man. It's really fun. It's like playing a game, dude. But you're really not playing a game. All right, fellas. Let's do it again, guys. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. I'm at $414, fellas. $414, baby. Hey, man, this is real shit. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. All right. Let's see what happens. All right, so we did have a crossover here. I want to see this thing. I want to see the MACDs come above that zero and I want to be able to see an aggressive buy. I want to see an aggressive buy. You want to set your stop loss down here, guys. You don't want to buy up here. You want to buy when it's down here. There we go. You see how it's going up? There you go. I want to see an aggressive buy. Boom. And even look, the way I see this right now is we go to the 5 minute. This is why I'm stressing. This is why I stress this a lot, guys. Look at this trend line here. All right. If you were basing this off of trend lines, all right, not all trend lines work, right? But if you were basing off the trend line, like you would be like, okay, we reached this downside here. We reached this portion here. We know that this used to be a resistance level. Now it's a support level. Well, duh, right? It's a support level. Right here, we have a support level. Use that as a reference, guys. Now, if it breaks through a support level, obviously, you're going to be like, okay, well, let's see, will it break out back up again, or will we continue going down? And then you make a decision. You don't just get in there just because. That's stupid. That's dumb. Now, I do want to see this thing come back down, hit these EMAs, and I want to see it come back up. That's what I want to see, fellas. For educational purposes only, I will be getting in and I will be putting a stop loss down here. So bam, and putting a stop loss here. If it doesn't go my way, then that's okay. If it doesn't go my way, oops. If it doesn't go my way, that's fine, right? I know that my stop losses is right here. I know it is. So I'm up right now. You know what? I'm feeling saucy right now, so I'm getting out. Boom! That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it. All right. All right, guys. I am done for today. It is 10:30. This is Manofmanytradez here, and I am about to get off. That's how you trade, guys. That's how you trade. That's all right. So, if y'all pay attention, right? Fair value gaps, they do work. Not all the time, obviously. Support and resistance, they do work, but not all the time. MACD levels. Check your technical analysis, guys. Check your indicators, check your EMAs, check whatever resources that you have. Combine them all together with all your time frames, and I can guarantee you that you will be successful. You will be profitable. Check your TNS, and yeah. So other than that, I'm getting off for today, fellas. Um, I made $449.50 fucking cents, and I will see y'all tomorrow. But that's it for me, guys. If y'all want to hit that like button, follow me on this stuff, guys, and everything be good, man. Y'all gonna become successful traders, guys. Y'all will become successful traders if y'all just follow the strategy that I'm using. So, all right, fellas, I will catch y'all tomorrow. I'll be on about 9:15. All right.